So here we are, yet again in the AMX-30B2 Brenus, and this is now, I guess, the fifth video, something like this, on the AMX-30 family, and the issues are still the same. However, I want to talk about potentially better ammunition for this tank, what the impact of this better ammunition would be, the playstyle, how you can make it work, and the usual rundown on some thoughts about the mobility armor and the rest. How it plays together, and if this tank is anything worth going for. So at the moment this tank has a battle rating of 8.7, so at the top you can still meet the M1 Abrams, which is painful for you, and if you are very top tier you can meet tanks such as the Mouse and the Leopard 1. Yeah, that's kind of fun. And there is a convenient rock, and I'm camping with my tank in second line, not the first line, which would be the riverbed, because I've tried this in the past. They were just overrun by leopards, which is kind of funny. Yeah, you might kill the first one, the second one gets an APDS shot into you, and well, just in a moment Leopard 1 is poking his head over the ridge line and then disappears again because there is a T-62, and yeah, I wanted actually this Leopard to come out and to go for some other points on the map to actually fall the tanks that want to get C in the back and then go for it. So there he was in just a moment, and the 38 parallel map is not the biggest out there, so count the minutes till we get the first shot on and the first kill. And this is one of some scenes that I wanted to show you. Now, this tank has a good gun, actually, and there is nothing too wrong with the gun and its accuracy and performance, except at very long ranges for the game, above 2 kilometers, where the AP-FSDS shell goes wide. It's the lack of really fast reload, and also, the most important thing, no stabilizer. This is the big drawback. Also, the stock grind with the heat shell is just atrocious. I mentioned this in my tank review on the AMX-30B, the AMX-30, the premium version, and I showed you multiple examples, one battle in particular, where, well, yeah, half the ammunition that I hit didn't blow up. Like 3 consecutive scenes made that clear what I think about the ammunition. But the AP-FSDS round is great. Now, some suggest that there is even a better AP-FSDS shell for the tank. What would that change? To be honest, not that much, because it's not the problem to deal with an enemy in terms of penetration, but more to bring the gun on target, because you are not the fastest tank out there. You are not even the most mobile tank out there. You still lack the stabilizer and, well, just the armor to compensate for that. And I think aside from the coaxial 20mm, which is nice, you have no real redeeming feature. And the camping that I did here, which is about to pay off, because suddenly one Leopard decided, well, he can support his teammates by ambushing the tanks at sea or falling them into the back. Well, I disabled now his gun breach, and now I can follow it up. If there would be a second Leopard, I have a very good chance of dying. But with this action of camping in the second line for almost 4 minutes now, well, now I got the kill. This Leopard would have killed the T-62 and the ZSU-37 and potentially made it possible for the enemy team to get C. And did and even more damage, because there was not a lot of action going on behind me from my team's perspective. And now I make the big mistake, which will pay off initially, but later on, of course, will let me fall to my doom. I cannot stand camping. I'm just not the guy that just sits there for the entire match in one position and says, lol, I cover the back of my team. I want to be the spearhead, but I want to still play smart. So this Leopard didn't see me. I mark him here in the riverbed. On the minimap I saw that he shot, and let's see if he is still aware of me or if he wants to finish off that kill. And we get a good shot into him. Track, gunner, commander, and so he has nowhere to go, so we have all the time in the world to finish him off. That was a situational kill, where he didn't see me, where I could lay an ambush. I was right in judging the situation, and still I go on. Now all that the enemy saw now was a disappearing blue dot from their perspective. They saw the kill message, but they have no idea where I am. They just saw that a tank was close to A on their team, and now he's no longer there because he was killed. And now I make again a big mistake, or now I'm making the real big mistake. I'm going into the capture zone. And this is now the capture zone where all the interest on the map lies, because as of this moment it gets decaptured. By the way, also C, but that's a different topic. And I was just a split second too late in seeing this M47, and I dunked the shot. And he dunked the heat-defense shell into the era protection, which is unique to this tank, at least in the French tech tree. And I could extinguish the fire after I disabled his gun breach, and now I finish him off. At least, well, he bailed out, to be honest. I'm capturing the zone, I had to extinguish the fire, first fire extinguisher is gone, and now I have the choice. What should I do? Should I relocate or should I push on? And now my usual behavior overtakes. I want to push on, I want to go in, I want the action, I want the fun, and by the way, the footage for you guys. And so I was a bit too eager to get a few more kills, and then I lacked the situational awareness and I got shot into the side. However, I'm just on fire. No problem so far. I interrupt the reload on this Leopard by killing not just the commander, but more importantly the loader, and he gets killed by the Chieftain Mark 5 or 3, I'm not quite sure. And this other Leopard set me on fire for the third time. I kill him off with the return shot because my gun breach was not damaged, but the previous two fires did enough damage so that I burned down even before I could reach the river, which is also too shallow to allow the fire to be extinguished via water. So you actually have to drown in order to extinguish the fire, and even that is buggy at times. So next battle, different playstyle, much more interesting. I'm pushing right into the middle of the map because there is a lot of cover, and you know, after having played thousands upon thousands of games, I kind of feel where the enemies might appear. We are playing against the Germans. Again, I am one of the rather top tier tanks. So again, there's well, Leopards, Leopard A1A1s, Ketniak Panzers. This is the stuff that you might expect at this battle rating or a bit higher, and you know, you can kill them, they can kill you, but they have more diversity in the tech tree, they have more tanks to fall back, and they are as fast or not, or even faster than you, and the A1A1 has a stabilizer. And they have high rate of fire, if I'm not mistaken. So there is the Leopard, and he just fired, and he actually goes into cover before I could aim the shot properly. With a stabilizer, there was the chance that I could have, well, at least disabled his gun breach, something in the region around this. And now I'm relocating, trying to get another angle. He might have seen me there, and just is aiming at the position that I was in before. And so I saw him, so there is the chance that he saw me. I am turning around, and where is his gun pointing? Well, he is pointing at the other side of the building, and watch this risky maneuver. I'm poking forward, but not quite fast enough. We both shoot at the same time. He gets my turret ring, but I get his gun breach, the gunner, and the commander. And now, well, how to aim here? I move forwards, and now I whiff the shot above his tank. Damn you, not existing stabilizer. But I have enough time to take the lead and now take him out and repair behind the building for 14 seconds. And we're right in the middle of the map, in cover, but we're still right there. And we see some action going on to our right. And this is where I want to investigate. Now, with laying an ambush is one of the playstyles. The second one is this one, try your luck. Get in, have situational awareness, look around, look for opportunities and take them. and then, you know, the playstyle with repositioning and the good stuff. However, there is another potential playstyle which is not possible with just the French tech tree alone. By the way, not a lot of people are playing this tank, if you ever wondered. So very often I'm the only French tank on my team. This Leopard doesn't look into my direction and we can finish him off. And there is some more action going on. So he couldn't report me to his team. Nobody knows that I'm here, so I push onwards. And there is this ridge line where usually there are some people trying to get the long shots off. And there is another Leopard. How convenient. And he's also not looking into my direction. And, you know, Leopards are really fragile. It's really easy to one-shot them. You have multiple opportunities from the front, from the side, from the rear to kill the crew, to go for the ammunition, and the crew, even with AP-FSDS or HEAT-FS. So, you know, fighting Leopards is not the worst out there. Except for the A1A1, they can kill you, you can kill them, even with the stock shells. This goes for both sides. So there is some sort of balance. But the Leopard 1, well, he has one battle rating lower than you. And the A1A1 is 0.3 battle rating lower than you, but has a stabilizer and is equally powerful as you, is even a bit more mobile, and well, more diversity in the ammunition, with the HEAT-FS being that much better compared to your heat shell, at least when it comes to the post-penetration damage effect, but also the muzzle velocity. So the stock shell on this tank is god-awful. Not in terms of penning stuff, yeah, but, you know, to actually deal damage, which I have shown again in some of my previous videos, the latest of which is the AMX-30 Premium Tank Review. You might want to have a look at this one. So, next scene, and this is very interesting, so I try to wrap it up. There are just two more scenes coming. I approach the capture zone from the south. The enemy has captured them, and now I wait. I wait for the enemy to move, for the enemy to take an action, for my team to move up. And, you know, some of them are camping on the ridge lines, like the very passive players. Like, I absolutely despise them, because the enemy is there with some numbers, and now there is some action going on. I see where at least one of the enemy tanks is, so I move up. I didn't see any movement, no action. I had a good look at the capture zone, and I look still around to the left if somebody is coming over the ridgeline. There is some movement. He's not looking into my direction. A second Leopard, which one to shoot? That one. So I took here a bit of time, but I had the time to do the good shot. And another tank, there he is reversing, and I shoot while braking, but it was not coming to a full halt. I'm entering the capture zone, but it doesn't get flipped, so there has to be at least a third tank, and I'm going still aggressively in. Usually this doesn't pay off. I get marked by an artillery strike, it seems, and there is the other Leopard, but before he can swing the turret around, I get the AP-FSDS through the entirety of the tank, killing the crew, setting the engine on fire, taking it out. This was a bit of an overkill. I know there is an enemy tank. I wanted to get into a, well, better position, but he tracks me and takes out half my crew. And, well, watch that kill shot. Just in a moment. Try to wiggle. I have ERA that should protect against heat or HEAT-FS, but, you know, if he just avoids to shoot the ERA, like a bit of the lower plate, some shrapnels go in and kill the driver. So that was not even a full penetration. Might have just killed the driver, but I was down to 2 crew members, so he got the kill. And there I shoot just the driver. The Leopard 2K shoots into the fence. That was very late at night. And what I want to show you is, well, not just the ping issues that I had at the time, but watch this. Tank burned down. Now when I got hit, there was a bit of a lag spike, so it took a moment for the game to register. That was a hull break by Leopard 2K. I think that is funny. So this is it for me today. I don't think that better ammunition would solve the problem, because most of the time it's just to get the gun on target, and against an M1 Abrams I don't think that you get that good of ammunition to have better firepower than the Challenger or the T-64B, and everything else is just pointless when it comes to fighting them. Against all other tanks, the current AP-FSDS is enough, but to get it on target, to actually research it, that is the problem with the AMX-30B2 Brenus. A tank that overall has its moments. It's sometimes fun to play when you are a top tier tank, but still everything can kill you. And so the tank by default is not bad, but it's just simply fallen to the compression at top tier. The meta of the game, going for the objectives, that's literally what kills the tank. That's it for me today, so thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a like if you did, subscribe if you want to see more. I'm sorry for, well, the voice. I have a bit of a cold, but don't worry, it should be gone soon. And yeah, as usual, we'll see each other on the battlefields of War Thunder.